We're here back in the fantasy bar talking some baseball. 6 of my favorite plays for you for this Tuesday night slate. And we are going happy hour, giving you some of my favorite values, buy lows, home run spots. Not a single bat on DraftKings over 5,000 and nobody on FanDuel over 3,200. So saving you a ton of money with the bats. We're also saving some money on a starting pitcher in an amazing spot. And I'm going to give you my favorite bat on the entire slate. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome in, guys. Tuesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six Pack, and we are going happy hour, just like your favorite bar where you get them cheap drinks. We are saving you money on some of my favorite bats. Thank you, as always, for stopping by Fantasy Bar and checking out today's video. Now, before we get to that happy hour, do me a favor, take a second, click that thumbs up button. Let's see how many we can get on the video today. Also, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content. Couple weather spots we'll keep an eye on. If we have to make any changes, we will do so in the YouTube comment section. My apologies for the last video and the DeGrom mix-up. Had a minor family emergency, so wasn't able to tend to that. Hopefully you guys got swapped out to something that made you some money. All right, let's get to it here for Tuesday night and roll our first bat in Jose Altuve of the Astros. So Altuve really swinging a good bat right now. 13 hits over the last 10 games, 9 RBI. And this guy's always hit left-handed pitching well. We're seeing it again this season. 377 Woban. Look at that ISO up at 250. So plenty of power in this bat here. And this is a great power spot against JP Sears, giving up a 225 ISO. A lot of fly balls over 36% and hard contact above 57%. So we always talk about that combination, fly ball rate, hard contact rate. We also get Coors Field Light there in Sacramento. So a great hitting environment. Jose Altuve in a great spot here tonight against JP Sears. All right, let's go to the other side of that game with a value in Nick Kurtz of the A's. So 2,800 on both sides, absolutely stealing here on Nick Kurtz, especially on DraftKings. Don't see these prices lasting very long, but he continues to be one of the better values in my opinion. 366 WOBA this season against right-handed pitching, 250 the ISO. And look at the numbers over the last month as this guy's really started to heat up. We knew it was only a matter of time with his pedigree, but over the last month, 409 WOBA and a massive 444 ISO against right-handed pitching. Now we have Alexander starting, who's been an absolute mess. Don't see him going very long in this game. Likely a bullpen game here for the Astros, but even one at bat here against Alexander should pay off for Nick Kurtz. Like I mentioned, huge total in this game, and you can't beat these prices at just 2,800. Nick Kurtz, one of the best values on the board here for Tuesday night. All right, let's keep it rolling with happy hour at third base with Max Muncy of the Dodgers. Gotta specify here, we have the Max Muncy on the A's as well, but we're gonna roll with the Dodgers version here. Another guy under 4K on DraftKings. Really a great price here, because this is access to this Dodgers team who I really like tonight, and you should be able to stack them up fairly easily with all the value that we're going to give you here. But Muncy, already 6 multi-hit games so far in the month of June. Solid once again against righties, year in, year out. This guy's very dependable, even after a slow start. WOBA above 400, ISO at 230 against right-handed pitching this season. And Vasquez always a target. You're going to get plenty of hard contact, very low strikeout rate, just 10% against left-handed hitters. WOBA pushing 400, ISO at 220. Fly ball rate is up there above 35%, and a hard contact rate north of 50%, not to mention a barrel rate approaching 17%. Checks all the boxes here. Dodgers in a smash spot here, and Max Muncy simply too cheap for this matchup with Randy Vasquez. All right, let's go to starting pitcher next, and I absolutely love the spot tonight for Will Warren of the Yankees. Now, what a snoozer game last night. 1-0 Angels win, but let's talk about tonight, and you couldn't draw up a much better spot here for Will Warren than a matchup with the Los Angeles Angels. Sure, we could talk the White Sox, we could talk the Rockies, but there is not a team in baseball striking out at a higher rate against right-handed pitching than the Angels, sitting at over 26% as a team here. And Warren, a little history of striking out righties at a higher rate. Last year, 34.5% against right-handed hitters in the strikeout department. This year, above 32%. When we take a look at this Angels team, 7 projected right-handed hitters. Not only that, we get all of them sitting at 23.5% or higher strikeout rate this season against right-handed pitching. I think this spot Will Warren could really dominate and go ceiling for us in these strikeouts. And I think he's got 10 plus in his bag tonight. Will Warren great price and an outstanding matchup with this strikeout-happy LA Angels team. All right, back to the bats and the values with Addison Barger of Toronto. Now, you've seen him in here a few times. We get some positional flexibility here as well. Can use him at third or the outfield. He's kind of been quiet here of late. I don't see a ton of traction or ownership on this one tonight. I think the Jays are interesting, or even as a one-off play here to save some money with Barger. Been very good against righties. Wove over 350. Leads this team with a 241 ISO against righties this season. And we know Brandon Pfaadt just absolutely been a mess here. Turned it around a little bit in his last start. So we have seen him get blown up quite a few times here. 4 multi-home run games allowed already this season. Woba sitting at 371 to lefties. ISO 214 and a lot of hard contact at 57%. I think Barger and the Jays could be sneaky tonight against Brandon Pfaadt. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Very easy to play. All you got to do, click that thumbs up button, head to the comment section and guess fantasy points for my highest scoring hitter on DraftKings. If your guess is the closest, we're going to give you a free week of RotoGrinders Premium just for hanging out with me today in the fantasy bar. All right, let's wrap things up with my favorite bat on the entire slate. You know, Matt, the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. A couple intriguing spots here, but I'm going to roll with shortstop Gunnar Henderson of the Orioles. Tonight's Beast of the Night. So Henderson been red hot here. 9-game hitting streak coming into this one. 4 of those games multi-hit games for him. And going back to the start of last season, just been absolutely dominant against right-handed pitching. We're talking a WOBA at almost 400 over a huge sample of a season and a half. ISO above 250 as well. And Little has really had some big-time issues with left-handed bats. 365 WOBA allowed this season. ISO way up at 283 for him. And there's that combination of power we're looking for. By ball rate north of 35%, hard contact rate at almost 57%, and all these numbers with a batting average on balls in play at just 261, so it could be even worse for Zach Little here tonight. Baltimore in a great spot, and Gunnar Henderson easily my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Tuesday six-pack. As always, any comments, questions, feedback, you can hit me up either in the comment section right below me here on YouTube or over on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Don't forget your guess, my highest scoring hitters, fantasy points on DraftKings for a shot at a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Tonight, Grinders Live, 5 Eastern, and I will be joining the crew of Crunch Time at 6:15 Eastern, going over every single game, our favorite plays, our favorite stacks, some home run calls, and of course, a ton of fun. So make sure you guys join us for that show. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck tonight, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on RotoGrinders.com/videos.